What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, That Guy MileHigh, tuning back in for another interview on MileHigh TV interviews. And today we got Cherelle. How you doing, Cherelle?
I'm doing good.
First off, happy birthday.
Thank you.
You did know that this was happening, actually.
I did not. This
So
is a surprise.
me and Trapp put together a little interview situation for you to, highlight some of your accolades and things you have going on outside of him. Because you definitely have your own.
Is there a life outside of him?
There is. You have your own things that you're a part of that he may be a part of and helping with too, but they're very much yours, right? So we're going to talk about that stuff, and we're going to get to know you. First off, please tell us how to say your name right, because I know I say it wrong.
It is Cherelle. It's
Cherelle.
Yeah, it's Tarell, but with a C.
See?
It's Tarell, but with a C. But it's Cherelle, but yeah, everybody does Cherelle.
But you want to see the thing that, made me mad when Trapp told me that for the first time is it wasn't until a week ago that he actually corrected me. It was like, what's so funny? I actually say Cherelle's name wrong. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
So you're telling me I've been talking to her this whole time, calling her by the wrong name? He's like, yeah, it's cool though. Everybody do it. I just introduce her as Cherelle. It's okay.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, okay.
He does. He just says Cherelle. So
I
I don't even fight it anymore.
Thank you, Cherelle. I appreciate you approving of me using that name.
Yes, you're approved.
But let's start from the beginning. Let's get to know who Cherelle is, or Cherelle.
All right. How far to the beginning?
We're just gonna get to know you a little bit. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
I'm from New Orleans.
And how was that? You told us some crazy stories earlier. You were in Trapp. I was like, what?
I mean, they're not crazy stories to me.
To you?
Crazy stories to him. He's like, you wouldn't believe what she went through. But they not crazy stories to me. But I mean, it's just regular city life.
I grew up in the city, and some of the stuff you went through is not regular city life. It might have been your city life. I did not experience termite days in that, the woods.
That's the South.
I don't care.
Okay.
Because Trapp live in the South, and that's not something he's accustomed to.
He is. He just didn't know that was termites.
See, that's
He was
crazy.
just like, it's just bugs swarming.
It's just bugs.
I don't know what these
I feel
bugs are.
Trapp. I ain't going to investigate that either. You know what I'm saying?
Those are termites.
Oh yeah, that would have terrified me. I would have been terrified. Anyways, how let's talk about your home life a little bit. How was it? You have both parents. How many siblings? How was it growing up?
Growing up, I have two siblings, brothers, one older, one younger.
For sure.
My parents, they divorced when I was little, like 5 or 6 or something like that. So, my dad, he was an addict. He was out there and stuff. And then my mom, she was really into the music, entertainment thing. So she really just wanted to be a star. So
that's an interesting combination right there.
Yeah, she wanted to be a star, so she was off doing her own thing, and my dad was doing his own thing. So at some point, me and my brothers ended up with my grandmother, and the house that we lived in was a family house. So it was, I don't know what y'all call them out here, but they were duplexes. In New Orleans, we call them double houses.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. Duplexes or a double house. Or whatever,
when I got here to the coast, it was was duplexes.
Yeah.
I was like,
it just depends on who you're talking to and where they're from.
Right. So we had 2 double houses, and my great grandmother bought those houses, and she just all her kids and their offspring and everybody.
That was the place
in the family house. Yeah. So I grew up with my grandmother, my great grandmother, my grandmother's sister. So it was like a lot of, older women. Yep. It was all single moms. So it's a lot of single moms that were raised by single moms that were raised by this. So that's all I really knew.
I was raised by a single mom. It's just a vicious cycle of single moms.
Just know that lifestyle or whatever. So but I mean, it was great. I had a good upbringing and everything. Even though my parents were how they were, we were still loved. Yeah, we were loved. Yeah,
it's super crazy to hear that. Because I mean, we've talked about it obviously off camera and stuff. That you and Trapp have such a similar upbringing. Some of the problems and things you had to deal with as a kid were very similar. You know, even to like as your parents and kind of like the types of things they were into, to, you know, even just having to be raised by your grandparents and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. That's super crazy, like how y'all's like came together. Your life story was so like parallel to each other. So you were saying it, I was like, I feel like we just did this interview. Didn't we just talk to Trapp about this? He just said the same thing.
So many similarities. Yeah, being raised by grandparents and everything, or somebody other than your parent.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I knew my parents. You know, they were in and out. You know, I saw my mom like every other month or something like that. You know, she was really trying to do the music thing. You know, traveling.
Did she ever make it
like that? No, she didn't. You know, she's still trying. You know,
even right now?
As hard. Yeah, well, she's in the gospel.
She's trying to be like a Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, she switched over to gospel, and she's been trying to do the gospel thing. So she never really just made it.
But she never gave up, though.
She never gave up. She's still doing it. She's still a diva.
Okay. That's so funny. Yeah. So what was it like being in school at that time? Like, were you a good student, bad student? What kind of student were you, Cherelle?
I wasn't a good student. I wasn't. I was in some shit. But I wasn't a bad student either. Like, I wasn't disrespectful or anything like that. But just like Trapp, I was always trying to get money. You know, so yeah. I mean, I C's. You know, I wasn't.
You just did what you had to do to get by.
Everything. Yeah. That was it. Just trying to get by. You know, everything, like you say, everything was about money, because even though I had my grandparents and not grandparents, my grandmother and my aunts and stuff like that, we were still, you know, low poverty and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know, it's kids in the house and stuff, and all these women trying to take care of all these kids and everything. So, just real early, I just was like, I don't want to be a problem. I don't want to be a burden or whatever. And I wasn't, you know, because if they heard me say that, they'd be like, you were never a problem. You was out, you know, the child in the house or whatever. But I saw the struggle early.
Yeah, so for sure. You could definitely tell. Kids catch on quick. They're not dumb.
Yeah, I saw the struggle early. In fact, one of the stories that I had told Trapp was I thought we were rich. I did, you know, because we had these big houses. I didn't pay attention to that. These houses were falling down and were old, and I didn't pay attention to any of that. I just knew that we had houses and we owned our house, so we can say that we own this house. My great grandma owned this house, and I thought we were rich. And one day I was in the car, and my grandmother, she went to the bank, and we left the bank, went to Walgreens. She go into Walgreens and she left her bank receipt in the car. And you know, we grew up
being nosy and shit.
You know, it's none of your business.
I know. I was nosy too.
And I flipped the receipt over and it said $40 and some change. And it just, I started hustling ever since.
She was like, "Oh, that was the fire in the mind."
That was
right
it. I saw $40 because I thought we were rich. I'm like, my grandmother only has $40 and whatever change in her bank account. Like, for real? Where's the millions?
Where's it at? There's some zeros missing in this motherfucker.
I thought we were rich.
Is there an M that got scratched off somewhere?
That was it. So after that, I started, and I had to have been like maybe 10 or 11.
Yeah, very observant.
That was it. I just started hustling after.
What was your first little hustle? Selling candy and shit?
Pops.
See, I knew it.
It was blow pops. I stole a bag of blow pops.
Not everybody's first hustle. I remember hustling some candy too. You know what I'm saying?
I did. Yep. I stole a bag of blow pops from the corner store. And just went to school and sold them for 25 cents.
Yeah. Every four got $1.
My profit and get another bag. I didn't have to steal the next bag, and you know. And went from blow pops to chips and. So
you had a corner store in the back. You know
I was Miss Store.
Yeah, I was Miss Store.
It's New Orleans, so
hey, where's Miss Store?
Miss Store.
She around the corner.
Yeah, I had teachers buying from me for real. I had teachers.
She in the hallway up the street.
Snickers and stuff. Like, what class is Miss Store in? Like, yeah. I'm in English right now. Come holler at me. You know.
That's dope.
Some hot fries, I got you. Some Doritos, I got you.
So that's your little hustle through high school, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So I wasn't like I said, I wasn't bad because
I had to make a way.
Yeah, but I did find myself in a lot of mischievous shit.
We all do.
You know?
I was bad as shit.
Yeah, I wasn't going to school. I'm too busy out painting and helping hang sheetrock to make some money instead of going to class.
See, that's different.
I was on that type shit. I'm cleaning houses.
Yeah, he was working.
All somebody had to say was, somebody got this job going on and you can make a few dollars. Like, what? Where?
How many?
Yeah,
where's that? I'm on it.
All I got to do is clean up. I got it.
What's the address? Yeah, that's right.
Fine. Watch your kids. Okay, cool.
So in high school, were you into the like drawing or graphic design at that point? Just gonna throw that out there because I know we're gonna get into that. She's a graphic designer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. YouTuber, entrepreneur.
I actually I actually got into graphic design from being in trouble, from not going to school, and the disciplined person was also taught architecture.
Okay.
And they put me in his class to be sure, because it was my last class of the day. So they put me in his class to be sure
that you was there.
That I was there. Because like I can't miss Mr. Rob's.
And then all of a sudden you had an interest in something you probably never would have had otherwise.
I didn't. Got in the class and started really was interested in it. So yeah.
So and so getting out of high school, obviously you graduate, you finish it up.
Yeah.
You get done with it.
I get done with it.
You go to college?
I did. Yeah. I attempted.
Okay.
I attempted college.
And how many years of college did you complete before 2. You said no?
2. I completed.
So you have an associate's degree then?
No.
Oh, you didn't quite finish.
I didn't finish. No.
So you was almost there.
I was almost there. You know what really got me out of it? Public speaking.
Oh, you know what? So you know what's so crazy? My mom is the same reason why she doesn't have her associate's degree. Yeah. I'm pretty sure because she doesn't like the public speaking.
I couldn't pass the public speaking class, speech 1 or whatever it was.
Yeah, my mom is terrified.
And I can do
phobia.
it in a big crowd full of people. I mean, I have like stage experience and stuff like that, so I can like do it in a big crowd of people. I can give a speech. But when I'm in a classroom and it's just 10 people staring at me, it's like,
what?
I can't do this.
That's so weird.
I can't do this. For real, I can't.
It's not big enough. Not enough distractions or something.
I guess that's what it is. It's like I don't know if I'm in a big crowd. I'm not. I think for me, I don't want to be embarrassed, and that's just a lot of people to be embarrassed in front of. So it's like in my mindset, if I go out in front of a big crowd, I'm like, I got to do this because I don't want to fuck up and embarrass myself. But just in a small, I don't know what it is. Just
you overthink it.
Looking, and that's it. I'm nervous, and that's what got me. So I dropped out twice because I went back and I tried again, and
it just wasn't for you.
It just wasn't.
So is this the time when you actually start picking up the graphic design and trying to figure out how to, make that work for you, or what was the transition into that?
No,
what did you do after not completing college 2 times?
Right, just 2 times. No, after I stopped doing school, I just started working, and I started working at the post office.
Okay.
And I did that for a while, and then I got into photography.
Oh, nice.
So,
that's a nice little general transition into graphic design right there, actually, because they kind of go almost hand in hand.
That's what happened. I was in photography, and one of my clients, I was photographing a fashion show, and she needed a flyer for her fashion show, and she's like, "Do you have anybody?" And again, any money?
You need what? Let me put my graphic design suit on. What hat did you need me to wear today?
Right, that's what it was. Like, I got you. Yeah. Okay, didn't know anything about graphics, but I knew that I was gonna get $25 at that time. So I was like,
I got you.
Only $25. So I did my first flyer, and then just everybody was asking her, "Who did your flyer?" So word of mouth. It just that's what I've built my whole brand on. Just word of mouth, because it's just, all you got to do is be a woman in business, and just women, we talk.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, word of mouth is powerful.
Yeah, it is very
So powerful. That seems to be like kind of like the moment or the birth of the Crystal Pixels, right? Because that's your company, your graphic design business.
I did photography for a while. I got into wedding photography.
Okay. So that you all sorts of one-stop shop situations you could turn in right there.
Yes, I did wedding photography for a long time, and then it just became a lot because I had gotten so popular to where I was getting like huge weddings. Like that was the only people that called me was people that were having huge weddings, and I just couldn't do all of it. And I just started getting into my graphics more, and then eventually I let go of the photography and just stuck with the graphics. So then it was Crystal Pixels graphics.
That's dope. That's super dope.
Yeah.
So explain how it was, because at this point you actually have, because you're a mother too of 2 sons, right?
Yeah.
And did you have any of them at this point?
Yes, I did. I had both of them. I had them while I was still doing photography.
Okay.
So
how was it being? Because I'm assuming from what our conversations, you were pretty much doing it by yourself for most of the time. How was it being like a single mom trying to figure it out? I mean, I obviously had a lot of examples coming from a single mom household, but how was it trying to be a single mom that's trying to better herself and get out of the same cycle that you had seen so many times over?
That's what it is. It's like it wasn't. It was hard, of course, because you're a single parent and you're trying to do everything by yourself and stuff. And then I had the 2 boys, so that was difficult. Just
trying to balance it all.
Yeah, sons, because I'm like, it's the mom and the love and the nourishing woman and stuff that I want to give them, but it's also they got to get the rough and the tough, and
you got to be dad too.
Yeah, so that's a hard thing, but I don't think it's as hard for me as it is for a lot of women because my background, because that's all I knew.
Right.
All I knew was women raising boys or raising men and stuff. So it was like I was okay with everything, but I didn't realize just how much I was lacking with my sons until I met Trapp.
Right, where he could fill a void that you just couldn't.
Right,
really.
Right. Because
it wasn't your fault.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Like we did have an incident where I had like an epiphany moment with my sons. One of my sons had gotten into a fight, and I went into straight mama mode. I'm like, don't you put your hands on my kid.
I think I remember this story, actually.
You touch my child again, and I'm going to fuck you up, or your mama, somebody. Somebody's going to catch you, somebody, because you hurt my child. So I just went into that mode. And I think maybe the next week or something like that, as the similar situation happened with his son, and he just said, you go out there and you do this, you light the fire out his ass. And he just turned around and went and he did it. And I just felt so bad. My dad happened to be there at the time because me and my dad, we on such better. Both of my parents were on a good level now. And my dad happened to be there. And when it was all over, I went to my dad and I was like, I feel bad because I feel like that's what I should have done to my son, and I should have sent him back out there, make a man out of him and do that. And my dad said, you're a mom.
Facts.
You did what you were supposed to do.
You can't fill a void that you're just not.
And he's like, you reacted like a mom would. Yeah. It's like, these are my babies. I'm going to protect them every time. I'm going to step in front of them every time. But it took another man there to say, that's why they
wanted to give you another example.
Yeah, because a man is going to say, no, you go back out there. Because a man is okay with his son getting beat up. It's all right.
Gotta learn somehow. You gotta learn to take a punch somehow.
Be okay. I'm not going to be okay with that. I'm freaking the fuck out. I want somebody to pay for this and hit my baby.
Right.
So but that was my moment of, all right, that whole lifestyle that was drilled into me that, you don't need a man to raise no, but you got this, we strong, we women. I'm like, y'all, look, we dropped the ball, like we really did. I know that we can raise these boys and stuff like that, but it's so much stuff that my sons are going to miss. With, not having a dad, not having a male, in their life, so
and that's both ways too, because I feel the same way about like Renee, like with my oldest biological daughter, like it was just me and her, and like I know how to be a dad, but I could never fill the role or the shoes that she fills, for me in that situation.
Yeah,
because
so much stuff
that's
girls
just
go
I'm just not
through.
capable of doing it. I know that. I've said it. I've admitted it. I just know I can't do that.
And it's so much stuff that you're gonna baby them as a girl. You're like, well, I guess it's okay, and she's gonna be like, hell no, that ain't okay.
Yeah, nah,
as a woman, she needs to be like this, like So
yeah, so I feel that on a whole like personal level. I can relate. But yeah, so let's talk about some of the projects you've done with Crystal Pixels, because from what I've heard, you have not only artwork in over 25 states.
Yeah.
You have a lot of large clientele and even large projects that you've been a part of, from conferences, magazines, and even stuff that you've done for colleges. Right. Like, how did all that stuff come about? Like, what's going on?
Just word of mouth again. Just someone just throwing my name in the hats. Somebody saying, "Hey, I need somebody to help me with my magazine. I'm about to start a magazine." And they're like, "Oh, go to Crystal Pixel. She got you." And they came, and I'm like, "Yeah,
word of
sure.
mouth is
Hell
crazy.
Yeah."
So speaking of that, so I'm gonna say one name because I heard a name, and I was just like, I'm just gonna ask the name and see how you react to it. Okay. So there's somebody that is really like important to this whole process. Her name is Deborah.
Yes.
So how did Deborah become so pivotal to the Crystal Pixels movement?
Deborah, she came to me. She had the idea. She was already into event planning, and she had the idea to start an event planning conference, and she just came to me with the idea. That's it. I want to get a lot of event planners together, have a conference with people that's in the industry that's already big in everything, and they can talk to other people that's starting event planning. Mm-hmm. So she just came to me with that idea, and I said, okay, well, let's do it. So she pushed her business with the conference and everything, and got her team and stuff, and I just pretty much did the graphics for everything. And that's with dope. The whole marketing, I just started shooting out flyers and stuff, promoting the conference, promoting the people, the speakers that was going to be at the conference and stuff. Like everything that we can do to market and draw people in for this conference, we did it, and it was a huge success. It was like about 3 years ago. It was a huge success. The conference. To the following year, we almost tripled the attendees. Dang. The following year, and this year we had even more, but COVID kind of slowed down. That happened. Right. So that conference got canceled. But when the conference got canceled, everybody's trying to come up with something.
New ways, new meetings,
because we didn't know how long that this was going to be. So that's when she came up with the magazine. Oh, so nice. So in between the conferences, she said, well, let's do a magazine where we'll feature event planners, we'll feature different people in the event
basically planning. Just giving all the information in another way.
Right. Like let's just having a bridal magazine. Right. So we did that. We started that. We launched the first edition in November of 2020, and with everything starting to come back up and stuff, and
events are definitely coming.
Events are coming back. People are getting married, and having real weddings again. So we've been a little backed up, but the second edition does come out June 17th.
Oh, nice.
So we're working on that right now, and also in between all of this, Deborah has an academy for event planners.
Deborah's the shit.
Yeah, like she doesn't,
shout out to Deborah.
Stop. Right, she doesn't stop. So yeah, it worked out great with her, because now I can just focus on just working with her and all these different things that she's trying to do for event planning.
Yeah, basically have just one client that you can just feed and have more than enough work to be busy.
Yes, more than enough work. I still have a few clients here and there that I still do work for every now and then, but for the most part, I have so much going on that it's like I just have Deborah with all of that as far as
I'm good. Yeah.
So, I got all of that.
So with that being said, because I know like this is not your only thing that you do, and that's kind of what we're going to transition into. Is so now that Crystal Pixels is definitely established, it's going like it can't just stop. Just because you want to start to go, explore other adventures and see what else you could do and get yourself involved in. So do you have employees yet? Or are you going to be looking for employees one day?
No, I don't plan on looking. I really don't. No. That was never an intent at all. When I started graphics, I actually had read a blog, and it was a single mother, and she was a designer, and she just had 3 clients. And I remember reading that she was able to pay for her kids' tuition and everything, support her family. And she only picked up jobs here and there to pay for like vacations and stuff to make extra money. But she just had 3 clients, and that was it. That's all she had to work with. And at that time, when I had, like really was getting into, okay, I want to do the graphic design, because of course I was transitioning between the photography and the graphics. So this was me trying to decide, do I really just want to go full time with the graphics? When I was reading her article. And I mean, I had like, I don't know, 50 to 75 clients at the time. So I'm dealing with a lot of people. Like when Trapp met me, that's where I was. I was dealing with so many clients in so many different industries, to like now I'm content. I'm happy because I just have Deborah. She got all this stuff going on. And so I don't have to worry about, like you say, employees and stuff like that. I can just focus on that and make enough with her to where I'm okay. Sure. My son's
So here's my question though. So now that you are deciding though to branch off and start your own other entities and businesses, would it not make sense to like still maintain those small accounts and maybe have just like one young designer or up and coming graphic designer that can help maintain those accounts while you're doing and growing the new accolades that we're about to talk about, and your new, adventures that you're kind of on with like YouTube and your clothing brand and, other things that you have coming into fruition as well?
Right. I mean, I could, but I'm really trying not to spread myself too thin.
Facts.
And I feel like even taking on an employee, that's still someone that I'm responsible for. That's someone that I want to make sure. But you have
a good example though of how to do it, because he, manages people very well.
Right.
And the amount of work that I think that Trapp has shown you can accomplish by delegating and being a good delegator, is amazing. And I think you're very much a part of why that delegation actually works, because you help organize and keep people on task as well. So, just something to think about, because I think that would help you not only just maintain, but help you grow efficiently all the other things that you want to do. Because YouTube is a full-time gig where y'all will have your whole other, schedule of situation where you're tapping into employees that you guys have access to already. Right. So it's just a thought of like one other person that could just be, it's a Cherelle person that is designated to helping you maintain things that you need to get done. Right. So that again, you're not being stretched thin, because at that point you're not necessarily worrying about, doing the work yourself as much as just making sure that it's getting done right and on time. And then you can still focus your time and efforts elsewhere, just like Trapp is able to do now. Because when I first met him and it was just him and David, they were doing a lot. He was doing a lot and was very stressed out all the time, like as you remember. Right. So like to see where he's come now with 3, 4, 5 people on the staff all the time, working fully on what he needs them to do. Right. Amazing amount of work that y'all get done.
Yeah. So
we do. It's just something to think about. Yeah,
I've thought about it, and I've still been like, no, just. And then I have trust issues. I'm one of those.
You still get to say though, you're still the boss. Like nothing gets released without the boss.
That is true.
So you would just be the boss of that situation, like you are.
If it's not going to get right unless it's not going to be done right unless I do it. I'm just like, especially with my graphics, I'm just stuck on it. Like I've tried Fiverr, and it never works out for me. Like I'll give like maybe an idea to start.
That's where you maybe just groom somebody. That's why I said someone young, like it's just how Trapp had to kind of groom David and Nick and Shrug.
He has the patience.
He has. But you're gonna learn the patience too, because he wasn't always patient.
No, Trapp is patient.
he's very patient now, but I don't think that was always the case with him. I think that that's just over time and maturity and knowing like how to grow and having conversations where he had, like I was saying, where someone had to just give you a little smack of reality to make you realize something different that you may have been just oblivious to or just ignorant to because you didn't want to just listen one time. Like, that's all I think you're just kind of as like, you have all the examples and you'd be able to thrive and do it. So I'm just saying, don't need an employee, but I definitely think that you would have, you could groom somebody who, could do exactly what you wanted them to do, exactly how you wanted them, just as Trapp has done with all the people that he's chose to invest his time into.
Right.
So not everybody's worth investing time into, but there definitely are those small people that have that drive and passion that I think you could tap into and would love that opportunity.
Right.
So, just something to say because Crystal's Pixels is moving and grooving 25 plus states and shit.
Yeah, it's
But moving into all the other stuff that you're doing. So YouTube, you're a part of the Sip God and CC channel.
Yes.
Are you a part of any of the other channels in like a significant way? And what are those roles that you kind of play for those? Because I know you're a main figure in Sip God and CC with the reactions and stuff and having an opinion and you do your thing. But how do you play a pivotal role in the other channels?
In the other channels, it's just assistance. Anything that he needs as far as like just running errands. It's a lot, to put together one video.
So you would keep it the glue.
Yeah,
you keep it together.
It is a lot, everything from getting props, clothes and stuff that we might need.
So you're everything. You're like the assistant. You're the manager. You're the boss. You're a star in the shows. Like, you kind of just play whatever role needs to be done to make shit happen, huh?
Yeah, so
that's dope.
Can do everything that he has to do.
But but that's cool because for you moving forward with YouTube too and with your stuff like that, you're learning so much. I'm sure. Like you've probably learned far by more than like me. I'm
learning a lot.
Dealing with someone who's a full-time YouTuber, and that's a dope transition for you trying to take it serious for yourself.
Right.
So are there any channels that you plan on starting for yourself that are just you that he would take the back seat to and maybe just help drive you on?
I do plan on starting a channel. I just don't know what yet.
Trying to figure that out.
Yeah, but I know that eventually
that's where it's going.
Yeah, that is going to, even if it's just on the Sip God and CC channel, but doing my own thing.
Things, like little shows and versions and stuff.
Yeah, because he's going to have Sip God Spotlight, he's going to do different interviews and stuff like that. So he has his own thing. He does other reactions by himself sometimes. So he has his own thing. So I want to have my own thing. I just don't know what it's going to be. I don't know. I might talk about kids or something. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be about.
That's a bit. That might be what you talk about right there. Like that's a niche, and especially since like Trapp taught me one thing that like I still haven't figured out how to quite tap into is the female market of YouTube and how big it really is.
Right.
Because like my channel is predominantly watched by males.
Right.
And I haven't quite figured out how to even that out. Because, we know women spend more money and want us, like they show more support on a deeper level. So like to see him transition like his following into a more, evenly based male and female audience is super dope. And that's something you could you would hella bring a female audience to that. Cause that's some shit I got, man. I wish I would have thought of that shit.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know it's gonna be something.
That's fire.
By myself.
Well, whatever you do, I'll watch and support.
Yay.
You know what I'm saying? I dig that. That's super dope. I just that's one thing like me and Renee need to get better. I need to get better at is one giving up power, which I've gotten better at working with Eric and stuff. It showed me that I can definitely be way more efficient delegating, just like Trapp has showed me time and time again. But that's one thing that I want me and Renee to be able to get better at is having the dynamic that you guys have and being able to help her and do stuff that she wants to do. Because I'm a control freak. I can't even lie. I learned that about myself. I'm a little bit of a control freak. I won't lie. But let's jump into your shirt. If you want to show the camera. The Angry Bish. Angry Bish Tees and Novelties. Explain to us what this is, please, and thank you.
This is a tea and novelty. Tea and novelty. It's an online store. It's something that I came up with in addition to everything that we have going on. I've done several shirt designs for other clients. You know,
Right.
people call me and they have their slogan or some idea or whatever. And they're like, I want to make a shirt that says, I don't know, Black
Right.
Lives Matter. You know, and I just design the shirt for them and then they sell it and everything. But of course they pay me for the design and then that's it. But saying that to say, I know so many people that have started these businesses like that and I've helped them. And just, I said,
something easy,
I might as well do it myself. You know, just
not reinvent the wheel.
Just, throw some designs up on a website and
See what happens.
Yeah, push it, word of mouth, the same thing,
Facts.
and then it's not like it's something that has to grow right now. I do thank Trapp for putting me in the situation that I am in right now to where I can let this grow and just be comfortable. Just let it
Facts.
when it grow, it grow. And of course we're going to market it. We're going to push it. But it's not like before when I was by myself where I'm like, this got to grow.
Yeah, well, because you was banking on shit. Yeah, nah, for sure. You got support, which is super dope.
Stressed and everything, and I'm just like,
you got your own team for real. When you really think about it, I mean, between Trapp and Deborah, and even just the resources you have already, like you definitely set yourself up.
And like you say, even with Deborah, having that business and everything, and having it locked down and stuff, I can move comfortably, and that's what I like about this t-shirt business, and it's about it's called Angry Bitch, and Bish.
I got you see there ain't no T in that. Angry Bish. You know what I'm saying?
It's called Angry Bish, and it just features different slogans that women say when they get fed up.
Yep. So here's the question now. Do you got a email or an Instagram page for this, or somewhere where women can contact you and give you crazy slogans and give you ideas? Because you already know that women are gonna be writing all sorts of shit.
I posted on my birthday and I've gotten it already. Where you should have one that says this. You should have one that says it, and I'm all for it.
So do you got somewhere? Where do they contact you so they could do this?
They can.
You need all the ideas you need, because I just want to see all the crazy shit that women are gonna say.
Angry Bish is. I do have the. I have Instagram. Angry Bish at Instagram. Well, I think on Instagram is Shop Angry Bish.
Okay.
So Shop Angry Bish on Instagram. Angry Bish on Facebook, Twitter.
Angry Bish. Angry Bish on everything.
Every social media platform.
Everything.
And of course, you can go to angrybish.com. And
Angry Bish.
Angrybish.com.
Yeah, that shit is dope.
And everything is there. I haven't uploaded the novelty stuff yet, but a lot of the shirts are there. I'm trying to put
some of the slogans are super funny.
Yeah.
Like they got some really good ones too. So here's my question. What's your favorite slogan that you've used on Trapp?
That I've used on Trapp?
What's your favorite slogan you've used on Trapp?
Oh my goodness. Nope, never mind.
Nope. What's your favorite one? What's your favorite one that you used on Trapp?
That's my favorite one. Nope, never mind. I do that a lot. I do that. Nope, never mind.
Damn.
So I think that would be it. Nope, never mind. But yeah, I do.
That's super passive aggressive too. Nope, never mind. Like what? Like how you just gonna end it? Like that's like it's a super abrupt ending.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you were probably like mid conversation or mid explanation or something. Nope. Never mind. Like just a realization, like this ain't going nowhere. You ain't gonna give me the answer or the support I need at this point. Fuck you. Nope, never mind.
Angry. I'm just angry. Nope,
right.
Never.
That's why I'm like thinking like, damn, that's like really passive aggressive. There ain't even a cuss word in that shit. But I would feel some kind of, babe, don't ever use that. I mean, you have, but
she said I do.
Now I'm gonna look at that whole phrase differently now. Like if that's your favorite one, now like that it made me think a little harder about that phrase.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's terrible. So what can we look forward to from Angry Bish that you don't mind sharing? Because I know that you guys definitely move really strategically. You guys come up with plans. So I doubt that there's anything different about this whole situation. But if there's anything you could divulge about something coming up, what is it?
No, we don't really have much lined up just yet. I mean, other than new designs, I'm gonna try to drop as many new designs each week. Do a few promotions if you subscribe to the website. I'll be sending out emails with coupons and stuff like that. We're trying to do different vendor opportunities, like if somebody's having, I don't know, any type
little
of
pop-ups and shit.
thing. Yeah, pop-ups. Do a lot of pop-up shops and stuff like
That's
that.
fire.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like for real, to my first pop-up shop. And to be out there, network
The Angry
with
Bish
people.
pop-ups.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just network.
They got a ring to it. You know what I'm
We're
saying?
just gonna be out there.
Them Angry Bish
I'm making
pop-ups.
signs
Ooh. That's got a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your whole little setup, your little tables and banners and shit, little pop-up, little setup.
Stuff, everything.
Ooh-wee.
It's gonna be lit.
Ooh-wee. Sitting there, pop-up. We here for 2 hours. You better come get it while you can.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's fire. That's
Right.
dope. That's dope. That's cool. That's a cool way to tap in with the city and shit. And get
Yeah, that's it. Like
that's
dope.
dope.
Network and everything, because that's with a lot of those pop-up shops. You get to meet other people and business and stuff like that. So yeah, we plan to do it.
That's dope, babe. We got to come up with something.
Yeah,
we in there. All right. All right. So is there anything else, Cherelle, that we can know about you as far as your businesses that you have coming up? I just want you to or people to be able to tap in with you for anything if they're just interested in seeing what other things you're a part of or events like these event planner events or anything like that.
No, I mean, like we went over everything, like Angry Bish, be on the lookout for new designs. Look for me on Sip Guide and CC. Like
Facts.
we love our channel. It's lit. It's lit.
They get fired. They get lit over there.
Yeah. We have fun. We do. And the other channels, like the kids channels, I've been with Danny and Danny's Diner. That episode, I guess, is gonna come out soon. So
nice.
I help with that. So
you just having a good time over there.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I love the whole YouTube experience, everything, just because we just really having fun every day, with the kids. Just it seemed like it's a lot. It's a whole lot of work, but it's everything that we do is fun, even down to putting a set together.
Thanks.
We'll buy stuff from Hobby Lobby or something. We'll go to a store and we'll buy all this stuff, and that's fun, because I'm getting to pick out and. Like we did one video. It was Tina the therapist.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
Change the room into a therapist's office, so I got to go and shop and pick out. Oh, that's cute. I like that. So that's the fun part. Even though I'm running all these errands, that's the fun part of it. But I mean, I just love the whole thing. And then we making money. We're doing stuff that we love to do. I don't feel like I'm working at all.
That's dope.
I mean, we like get up and clown on some reaction. We gonna react to something anyway. Might as well
Big
put
facts.
a camera in front of us because
and
that's
capture
what
it.
we do.
Look,
on a regular basis. We listen. We riding in the car and we'll hear a song and be like, man, and we'll start giving our reaction to it and stuff. Like, put a camera in front of us.
Capture it.
Yep. Vlogging. We love it. We just going places with the kids. And we just got the camera and letting them do crazy stuff,
super
and
fun.
We're making money
doing
it. Like
you can't ask for nothing more. Making money, having fun.
I don't need more clients. I don't need an employee and all.
You already got employees. You just ain't realized it yet.
Just having fun. That's it. We just having fun.
All your employees are just family now. You know what I'm saying? The dynamic that Trapp has created, like between all y'all, like even like not just the kids, but even the actual employees y'all have. Yeah. It's a family dynamic. Like that's the one thing that I can say. Like me and Renee, when we first went down there and met Trapp, like we could tell like the type of energy he was putting off and how he was moving was like just dope. Like we was like, oh yeah, he trying to create a whole vibe, like a whole situation. Like we the family's real. Like that's a real vibe. So and you're a part of that. Like that's
so, and I love it. I love every moment.
That's fire. Well, I appreciate you, Cherelle. We just wanted to, get you the opportunity to, show off what success looks like in a different fashion. Most people don't realize that some people that just look like regular people are doing more than the average, know? And I think that's super important for people to see is that you don't have to be some extravagant, you don't got to be Trapp Tarell.
Right.
To be successful.
I'm
just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, Trapp's my dog. But you don't got to be the successful rapper and, think you got to be this crazy personality or whatever it is that you might be attracted to or trying to do to get attention. You could just be a regular person who works hard and grinds and learns and pay attention to, the things around you and capitalize. So we appreciate you. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. Make sure y'all go and cop y'all Angry Bish t-shirt. You dig what I'm saying? Support the We the Family label and movement as well. They got merch for that too. Yes. You dig what I'm saying? Go
Cherelle.com.
All that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she does all the merch too. If anything you get, it's printed by her. Like that's how integrated she is. Like she's very pivotal to this movement. So I'm saying, I'm telling you, Trapp, she need one more employee. She need her employee.
She need an assistant.
Yeah, see, I'm just saying. She needed her an assistant, dog. But make sure y'all go and support. Go support all the YouTube channels that they have. Again, I'll list them all in the description because I don't know all these motherfuckers off the top of my head. There's a lot. Trapp Tarell, Sip Guy CC, all the other ones. They'll be in the descriptions below. We'll just put them down there. All right. I love you guys. There is no me without you. And is there anything that you would have to, last little bit of advice or tips that you want to leave on the people? And we'll close it out with that. You know what I'm saying?
Stay consistent. That's it.
See, as simple as that.
Simple as that.
I like that shit. I thought she was going to say, I was like, get ready to light up the blood, like wait for you to like say a few things. Stay consistent. Done. There ain't nothing left to be said. You ain't got to be talented. You ain't got to be nothing else but consistent.
Stick to it.
That's real life.
Yes.
You be surprised how far consistency can get you. But I love you guys, man. This is another interview in the books. We got Cherelle, and this is coming after. We'll probably drop the Cherelle and the Trapp Tarell like back-to-back type situation, like some cool, like, We the Family, Sip God, CC, Angry Bish, big ass fucking... You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that idea. Anyways, I'll catch y'all the next one. Peace.